This is a video adaptation of Appendix 25, titled End of the World, from Quran, the Final Testament, Authorized English Version, translated from the original by Rashad Khalifa, Ph.D. The appendix contains many references to verses from the Quran. For ease of listening, these references have been left out of the audio track of this video. End of the world. God is the knower of the future. He does not permit anyone to unveil such knowledge. Only through the messengers that He chooses does He reveal future and past events. Among the duties charged to me as God's messenger of the covenant is unveiling the end of the world. We learn from 18:7-8 and 69:13-15 that this world will come to an end. A new earth and new heavens will replace the present heavens and earth. Signs of the approaching end of the world. The Quran provides many signs and states that the means for unveiling the end of the world have been given. The signs given in the Quran include: 1. The splitting of the moon. This already happened in June 1969 when we landed on the moon and brought back moon rocks. People on Earth can now go to many museums, colleges, and observatories to look at pieces of the moon. 2. Discovering the Quran's 19-based mathematical code, fulfilled in 1969 to 1974. 3. The creature. Made from the earth, it alerts the people that they have been oblivious to their Creator. The creature, made from the earth, did appear and was instrumental in unveiling the Quran's numerical code and proclaiming that the world has neglected God's message. The creature is the computer. Note that the digits that make up 2782 add up to 19. 4. Appearance of God's messenger of the covenant. As detailed in Appendix 2, a consolidating messenger, prophesied in the Quran, comes after all the prophets have delivered the scriptures to purify and unify. This prophecy was fulfilled in Ramadan 1408. 5. The smoke. Occurs after God's messenger of the covenant has delivered the unified message and proclaimed submission, Islam, as the only religion acceptable by God. 6. Gog and Magog. They reappear in accordance with God's plan in the year 1700 AH, 2271 AD. Gog and Magog are mentioned in 1894 and 2196. If you count the verses from 1894 to the end of Sura 18, you find them 17. If you count the verses from 2196 to the end of Surah 21, you find them also 17. This is the Quran sign that Gog and Magog will reappear in 1700 AH. It will not remain hidden. 20:15. Verse 15 of Surah 20 informs us that the end of the world will be revealed by God before the end of the world. In Surah 15, verse 87, gives a time for that event. We have given you the 7 pairs and the great Quran. The 7 pairs are the 14 Quranic initials. The total geometrical value of these profound pillars of the Quran's miracle pinpoints the year of the end of the world. It is noteworthy that verse 85 of Surah 15 states, "The end of the world will surely come to pass." The next verse, 1586, tells us that God is the creator of this world and, of course, He knows when it will end. The following verse, 1587, tells us when the world will end. As shown in Table 1, The geometrical values of the 7 pairs of Quranic initials total 1,709. According to 1587, the world will survive for 1,709 lunar years from the time this prophecy is stated in the Quran. This means that the world will end in the year 1710 AH. This number is a multiple of 19. 1710 equals 19 times 90. The unveiling of this information took place in the year 1400 AH, 309 years before the prophesied end of the world. 1709 minus 1400 equals 309. The number 309 is a Quranic number and is connected with the end of the world. The peculiar way of writing 309 in 1825, 300 years increased by 9, indicates that the 309 are lunar years. The difference between 300 solar years and 300 lunar years is 9 years. The year of this discovery, 1400 AH, coincided with 1980 AD. In 1980 plus 300 solar years is 2280, also a multiple of 19. 19 times 120. Thus the world ends in 1710 AH, 19 times 90, which coincides with 2280 AD, 19 times 120. For the disbelievers who do not accept these powerful Quranic proofs, the end of the world will come suddenly. While hadith is forbidden as a source of religious teachings, it can be a useful source of history. We can derive a lot of information about historical events and local customs and traditions during the early centuries of Islam. The books of hadith indicate that the Quranic initials were believed to determine the lifespan of the Muslim Ummah. The classic exegesis by al-Baydawi cites the following historical event as a possible explanation of the Quranic initials. The same event is detailed in al-Suyuti's Itqan, first printing, 1318 AH, Volume 2, page 10. The Jews of Medina went to the Prophet and said, "Your Quran is initialed with ALM, and these initials determine the lifespan of your religion. Since A is 1, L is 30, and M is 40, this means that your religion will survive only 71 years. Muhammad said, "We also have ALMS. They said, "The A is 1, the L is 30, the M is 40, and the S is 90. This adds up to 161. Do you have anything else?" The Prophet said, "Yes, ALMR. They said, "This is longer and heavier. The A is 1, L is 30, M is 40, and R is 200, making the total 271. They finally gave up, saying, "We do not know how many of these initials he was given." Al-Suyuti's famous reference, Itqan. Although this narration is well known, many scholars have been reluctant to accept the unmistakable connection between the Quranic initials and the end of the world. They could not bring themselves to deal with this subject for the simple reason that the calculation makes the end of the world and judgment a reality. The transcript of this appendix is available at masjidtucson.org in the Quran Appendices section.